All right, y'all. Sorry about that. I was hanging out on that RCT live and lost track of time, so I am like really late. But it's okay. It's okay. We got 5 people in here that was like watching now, and don't tell how many said, you know what, forget this, I'm leaving. He's over on that RCT chat. But, yep, I apologize. I apologize. I didn't realize what time it was, and I got distracted. But we're just coming out to the river tonight. This is our first night fishing trip of the year. Don't really expect a whole lot of it. The river's in really bad shape. I could have got to some spots that probably would have been better, but being here, late at night. Look here, I got the truck right there. This is the easiest spot for me to get to do a nighttime show to start it off for the year. I'm probably going to start doing quite a few Saturday nights. Uh, but right now, the river's just tore up, so we may catch fish, we may not. But we're going to hang out on the Mississippi River for at least an hour or two. And we can see, I've caught fish here before in these conditions. It's tough, but we can give it a try. We got 4 rods out tonight. I'm just going to hang out and see what happens. And let me go back and see who all's in here. Oh, yeah, I am super late. I was over there hanging out with John Cyclone and Creole and all those guys and stuff. And, I just lost track of time. So that's the first time I ever done that. I apologize. I apologize. But who all's in here right now? We got, that's me. There's real time catfishing. You know what? My confidence levels just went up. We might actually get a fish tonight because we got Mr. John Parker in the house. And that right there is automatically going to bring you just a wee bit of luck. We're operating tonight. Y'all like them lights? So I've said this before. There's that old Warren Farley light box right there, the power pack. And it's got them rods lit up, and up above us up there, we've got the Compex light, which is actually attached to the power box. And that's what's providing all of our light tonight, courtesy of Mr. Warren Farley, good friend of mine, huge supporter of everything I do. He's a great guy. But anyways, I've reeled in enough grass tonight. We're going to do a lot of talking to compensate for the lack of fish catching. We're going to do a whole lot of yippity yippity yapping, and we're going to say hi to everybody. We're going to pay like 90% attention to Jet and 10% to the rods because I got them in the background. I can actually see them, and that'll be fine right there. Anyways, Mr. Parker, thank you for coming in. Well, good to see you. There's my buddy, the weekend angler, Mr. Josh Dunnigan. I'll be on the boat with Josh Dunnigan next weekend. Be in Southern Illinois. We're gonna be in the Dock Demon tournament, and I'm gonna tell y'all something. I ain't gonna say we're gonna win it because every time I do, it jinx myself. But I'm tell you what, you better come to play because we're coming to play. It's gonna be a good, fun time next weekend, next Saturday. The Dock Demon tournament. My partner will be Mr. Josh Dunnigan. Right out here in the Mississippi River, right in front of me, where you can't see right now because it's so daggum dark. Mr. Richard Cluck and his wife Stephanie's going to be out here on the Mississippi using dock demons to compete in that tournament. That's going to be interesting because Richard and I just went upstream from here yesterday in the boat and I fished for a couple hours. We doubled up twice and wound up catching 7 fish in a couple hours. And every one of them was 10 pounds and over. Well, that's average between 10 and 12 pounds. Um, he gets on that with them dock demons. That's going to be a show right there. We'll have to see what happens. Anyways, then we got Mr. Mike Lockhart's in here. Welcome in, Mike. Good to see you. Good to see you. And MJ Outdoors. Welcome in. Good to see you. How's it going, Danny? I ain't caught nothing yet. I've been out here for a couple hours. There's a lot of grass in the water. I keep reeling the lines up, and there'd be like 5 pounds of weeds on there. I brought all the rods in a little closer to the bank. That's kind of helping it a little bit, but it's not very deep out there. There's a shelf, like the flat part of the river goes across here, and then it drops off. And I'm up on the top of that shelf, right at the edge of that drop off, because once you throw over that drop off, dude, it's just weeds. That's all it is, packed up in on your rods. So well, we got rods out just for background scenery, more or less, because I want to come out and not just hang out with you guys right here on the Mississippi. We're right in the town of New Madrid, Missouri. There's the town right there. You see that beautiful tugboat down there, all lit up. So right here in the city limits, we're not in a. This spot here is pretty heavily fished because right over the levee is the town. Everybody in the town fishes here, so it gets a lot of pressure. Now it doesn't mean you can't catch fish here because, like I said, right there in that very spot is where I caught my 88-pound PB blue cat. And believe it or not, conditions was pretty much about the same as they are now. There was a lot of grass, and I pulled the rods in closer, and that's when I caught that 88-pounder. I'm not holding my breath for that tonight. I've been here 2 hours and I've had one bite. So, you know, outlook not good if you're shaking the magic 8 ball. But it didn't say no. Okay. So there you go. Yeah, we left off with MJ Outdoors. So hello to him. Let's see. Mike Sampson. Sampy, what's going on, my brother? Good to see you. Good to see you. My granddaughter Coda was talking about you the other day. We was talking about their Sampy. She goes, he's the man I met at CatCon. It's the one that was sitting at that table. I said, yeah, that's Sampy. And so they actually got a picture of Coda with Sampy, and she was talking about Sampy the other day. Said, I really liked him. I said, well, he ain't dead. You can still like him. She said, I really liked him. Like it's in the past tense. I'm like, he's still around. He ain't gone. She didn't like it when I made that joke either. See, there's Paul Boyd. Paul Boyd's in the house. What's going on? Hey, Daddy, everyone. Welcome in. Welcome in. Okay. Smoky Mountain catfishing. What is going on, brother? Good to see you. Catch us a big one. I'm going to try. Like I said, I pulled, I'm looking back through my memories. I did a live show here one Saturday night years ago. And I had Big Skip up on panel. He was reading chat for me and watching everything. I had Jerry Parker on the panel with me. Who else was on there? I think might have been Pontoon Jody and Alicia Burkhart, also Hot Mess Fishing. She was up on panel, and I caught a 69-pounder off of Black Betty right here. Um, yeah, so we pulled a 69, 50, and an 88 out of this spot, but it's not a real high activity spot. But every now and then you might get a big one kind of cruise through here. And if you're here waiting, you never know what's going to happen. You know what I'm saying? It's not a hot spot where you're just going like, oh, a lot of fish, a lot of fish. No, 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 no. If you get a fish cruising through here, chances are it's going to be a pretty good sized fish. But they cruise, this is a travel corridor that they come through. There's an island upstream with a tributary coming in, and there's a deep hole downstream of it. And they will travel through here and go to that island and come back through and go to that deep hole. And basically, what you're hoping for is to catch them, you know, on the way through. Sometimes you can sit here for days. But if you're here at the right day, at the right time, the magic happens. It just goes crazy. I'm trying to get that where I can see them rods and see the chat too. Well, let's just go with that. I'm having to get my glasses up to the bifocal part. Let's see. Catch this big one. Happy. Honeycuts. They are just, hey, if you go up this river, you put your boat in this river, and you go for about 5 hours, you'll run right into the honeycuts. It's about 4.5, 5 hour trip upstream. But yeah, there's a honeycuts from St. Louis. Good to have you in here. They can go out there and throw it. Oh crap, what do I do? There you go. They go out there and throw a note in the water. I'll get it in about 4 days. Just put a note in the bottle, throw it to me. It'll be down here in about 4 days. About 2 weeks, 2.5 weeks to, if you throw something in the water here, it'll get down to Creole down there in Louisiana. Water's moving pretty quick, so it's like Pony Express. Smoke Mountain saying hi. Everybody saying hi. Got a couple guys. There's Greg Burgess. What's going on, Greg? He says, hello, Daddy, my brother. Good to see you, young man. Yes, sir. Yes, sir. Well, like I said, we picked the easiest spot we could get to tonight. We could have Shoulda, coulda, woulda, but we could have traveled through the woods and walked down the rocks and got to a nice little cove that's a little bit more protected from all the debris and trash and stuff, and probably could have got on some fish. I just ain't got it in me tonight to do all that because, man, I've been coming out of here and climbing through them up them rocks through the woods at night. It's just getting harder and harder for me to do, and I'm not complaining. I've had a pretty good life doing that. And my doctor and my wife both told me you need to slow down a little bit. Just start finding you some easy spots to get to. I'm like, well, we can do that. It ain't gonna be as fun, but it'll be a lot healthier. I ain't falling and breaking nothing. You know what I mean? But I'll keep looking on. Although I keep looking on my shoulder, I can see them rods right there on the screen. But yeah, we got out today, and before dark, I'm gonna finish going through chat, and then we'll start telling some stories and stuff. Okay, just about give y'all updates on what's going on with this and that, and what have you, and whatnot. Rowdy Royal, good evening, Rowdy. Good to see you. Good to see you. By saying hi. Yes. Tell her that. Tell her I said I will. I will, Mike. I'll tell Cody you said hi. Hell, she may be watching this. I don't know. Usually, when a lot of times when I'm gone, she'll come over to the house and sit with Grandma while I'm gone, or she used to quite a bit. Everyone ain't watching, listening while 3D and a couple of totally motor parts. Oh, you making parts now, are you? I'm probably way behind on chat. So when you guys saying hi to each other, I'm just going to run through it. Well, no, that's the bottom right there. It says, hello, Josh, my brother. I sent the link out to a few folks. They may or may not come. We got 21 people in the house right now. But anyways, it's been a pretty interesting day for me. Uh, there's a spillway down not far from here. That's where I throw my cast net to catch my bait. And I was down there a few hours ago, and I was throwing the cast net. It's going to get some shad because right now shad is the number one bait. That's the key right now. They haven't won at skipjack in a while. I don't know why. Skipjack used to be king on this river, not so much anymore. They just really aren't feeding on the skipjack the way they used to. For the last year and a half, it's been shad pretty much all year long. It's the main bait that these fish are wanting. I've caught a couple on skipjack, but the majority of them have been on shad. Anyways, I digress. I got off subject, but anyways, we'll get. anyways, anyways. Golly, Danny, get it right. I'm starting to get redundant and repetitive. But I was down there on the spillway now to go get bait, and I threw my cast net out, and I pulled it in, and I said, "Well, it feels kind of weird." And I lifted up, and there's 3 or 4 shad in there. All right, but I pulled it up to dump the shad out, and there's a fishing line hanging off of it. There's a hook with a big old giant swim bait attached to it. Pull up there, and it's got line going down, going into the water. Lo and behold, I reach down there and grab a hold of that line and pull it up. And I'm going to show you what I caught. Hang on, I'll be right back. When I pulled up my cast net today, it's got skipjack rig on it, but it's got this big giant swim bait. That's what was hooked in the net, this right here. And I pulled that net up, and I grabbed that line and pulled this up, and that is a brand new, it's a brand new, catch the fever rod. It says here it's a striper stealth, but it has a brand new, that's a PC fun. It's a Torrent 2 low profile reel on there. So this is what I caught in the cast net today. What's that rod doing right there? It's probably a stick. But yeah, this is what I reeled into the cast net today. So yeah, not too bad of a deal, you know what I'm saying? But here's the funny part. Okay. There was a young couple sitting on the bank over there by the dam where I was throwing the net. And on the other side, there was another young couple sitting there. They was fishing. And when I pulled it up, I go, look at this crap, dude. I said, I just caught a fishing rod. And they go, wow, man, that's cool. Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I come over and talk to them for a little bit, you know, because uh, they was asking me about, you know, if I've been catching fish, this, that, and what have, what not. And we just got into a little conversation. I told them I had a YouTube channel and all that, blah, 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 blah. And anyways, I said, well, I've got a bunch of shad here. And he was cutting up a drum to use for bait. And I said, man, I'm going to give you some of these shad and switch over to that and use them for bait instead of that drum. Long story short, I left there. I told him, well, I'm going to go over here to but by the town over here by the observation deck, and I'm going to fish right there tonight. And he said, all right, well, good luck. So I come over here and I set up. I'm not here but a few minutes, okay? And this truck comes rolling down through there, just slinging dust, flying, and slides up there next to me. He goes, hey. Yes, sir. He said, friend of mine over there fishing called me and told me that you caught my rod. I said, well, I might have. I said, what kind of rod was it? Was it a spinning rod or a bait caster? And he goes, what do you mean? I said, what kind of reel was on it? Was it a spinning reel or a bait caster? He goes, well, I don't know. I said, well, then it ain't your damn rod. Because if it's your rod, you'd know. Number one, on the road he goes. Here comes another one. Hey, they're over there at the dam talking about you caught a rod. That's my rod. I said, here we go again. Let's go. All right, well, what kind of reel was on it? Was it a spinning rod or a bait caster? He said it was a spinning rod. And I said, sorry, strike two. It's a bait caster. That's not your rod. I'm not kidding you. Number three, because they're over there today. I'm talking about, oh, yeah, he caught a rod, caught a rod. Here comes number three. Okay, he pulls up there. Hey, I said, let me guess. You think I got your rod? He goes, yes, sir. He said, I lost a rod over there. And I said, well, I'm going to ask you the same thing I asked the last two people that come over here. I said, on the reel on it, did it have a spinning rod or a bait caster? And he said they had a bait caster on it. I said, well, what kind of rod was it and what kind of reel? Now, if you went and bought like a Catch the Fever rod or RCT rod or a Mad Catz rod, you know what kind of rod you got. You do. Come on now. Common sense tell you that. So the whole thing he got right so far is a bait caster. I said, okay, what kind of rod was it and what kind of reel was it? He goes, hell, I don't know. I said, well, then it ain't your freaking rod. And I drove back over and said, hey, stop telling people I caught this rod because I've done had three people come over to lie to me, tell me it's theirs. It's just not happening, okay? If somebody pulls up there and tells me it's a Catch Fever rod with a Striper Stealth rod on it and a PC Fun Torrent reel, then I'm going to hand it to them. Not now because I just told everybody what it was. So if you're watching this, don't bother driving over here. You ain't getting it. But it just amazes me. And you know, it amazes me beyond all belief that people will do devious crap like that. I mean, it doesn't surprise me, but it unpleasantly amazes me. Oh, a guy pulled up a rod. I'm going to go tell him it's mine. And here's the thing. I'm not going to be too hard on them because there's a lot of freaking rods in the water over there. That's not the first rod I pulled out of the water there with a net. I mean, when that spillway dam is and that water's rolling, people get up there and they'll set the rod down on the edge of the dam, whoop, in it goes. There's probably 100 rods in the water over there. And, you know, them guys might have come up there and thought, well, maybe it was my rod. But when they can't tell you what kind of rod it was, I tend to think they're lying. You know what I'm saying? It's just my instincts tell me you're full of crap. If you can't tell me what kind of rod it was that you lost, move on and leave me alone. You know, just keep going. Don't waste my time. So there you go. That happened today. There's that little story for you. And did I miss any chat while I was doing this? Let's see here. Let's back on up because you guys was chitty chatting away. Oh, chitty chitty bang bang. What we got going here? Good Lord, y'all been busy. Okay, I passed up where the last spot was. Just saying hi to Sandy Smoky Mountain, Greg Burgess. I went back too far. You ain't gonna catch nothing tonight. Yeah. Well, there's a breeze blowing, but it is a warm, toasty. It feels like a hair dryer blowing on me. It's a warm breeze. Da, 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 da. See, man, I went way back too far. Everybody's saying hi. Yep, I done seen that. Um, Singing Greg. Let's see here. We can hear everyone watching and listening on three. Oh, you read that too. Good Lord, how far did I scroll back? Who's that? That's Dave Garcher. Hey, I ain't seen that yet. There's old Dave. How you doing, Dave? Catfish and crappie Mark. Yeah, I actually sent Mark a video today. After I caught that fishing pole, I sent him a video saying, "You believe this bull crap, man? They're all people just lining up trying to claim that rod, man." Yeah, I sent him a video. I sent a couple other people, talked to them stuff. Said hello, Dave Garcher. Danny, I lost my catch the fever striper rod with a PC Fun low profile reel. I had a big white swim bait on it. Well, hell, somebody else did too. Don't worry. Hey, Josh, I'll bring it with me and I'll let you use it, but I'm not letting you have it. I'm going to teach you a lesson. You should have known better than to lay that rod down on that dam and let something pull it in. So I'm gonna let you use it and let you see it, but you ain't keeping it because you don't know how to treat it. You shouldn't have lost it. Let's see. Hunting and stuff. What's going on? Good to see you. Are they biting tonight? No. I've had one bite. The rivers, it's a mess. I mean, I've been reeling in just clumps of grass. I mean, it's just crazy. I mean, there's so much trash in the water. But you know what? We wanted to come out on a Saturday night, hang out, and do a live show, and spend some time with you guys. And I'm supposed to have some other people might be popping up. Jerry Parker's out on a date night with his wife Marcia. They're out on the boat up there in southern Illinois right now. They're fishing. He said he didn't know if they would be able to come up or not. He said, uh, you know, Marcia was kind of wanting to just like spend some time together out there on the water. Why in the hell she wants to spend time with Jerry Parker? I don't know. She's married to him. Good God, I'd want to get away from her. But she's a good woman, so she's going to stand by her man. So, yeah, Jerry and Marcia are out fishing tonight on date night. Well, you know, you got a good woman when she goes, "What you going to do on our date?" Well, let's go fishing. But I'm still kind of wondering, was that her idea or was that Parker's idea? Ethan, Mr. Zepco, Ethan Ethan, he's Mad County fishing. That boy's got too damn many names. But he's fishing up there near Jerry and them. He may be popping in. I sent him the link. I sent the link out to a few people. Well, if they don't show up, we'll just sit here and I'll jibber jabber and I'll read what you guys say and we'll just spend a little time together and then we'll pack up and get the hell out of here. You know. But I want to come out and do just like a little show where we sit and talk. And I spend a little more time paying a little more attention to you guys, which I'm kind of doing, trying to. And Wabash Nate's in here. Welcome in. Says evening all. Everybody's saying, anytime you guys saying hi to each other, I just scroll by that because you know you said hi to so and so. Ain't no point in me sitting here saying, "Oh well, Hunting Stuff said hi to Greg." You know that because you can see it too. No point in me reading it, right? I just slide on by it unless somebody makes a comment, and then I'll stop and we'll go from there. But I skip all the highs and howdies and stuff. Catfish and crappie. Yep. Oh my God. He had a big old paragraph. I thought he wrote something, but no. It says, "Hey, Greg Burgess, Ricky Dingler, Dave Garcher, blah, 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 blah." So, yeah, he just said hi. So we'll just bypass that because you guys know who said hi to who. Let's see. And that's pretty much it. You guys are saying hi to each other. Well, down at the bottom here, we got Mr. Greg Burgess says, "Danny, I lost a rod and reel. Sounds like the one I had down there in South Louisiana." Well, I am not in South Louisiana. You got to go a few miles upstream, because unless that fish grabbed that thing and swam all the way up here, I don't think that's your rod either. I'm going to have to check. You guys can't see it, but Black Betty's right there. I told y'all, uh, Anytime I'm out on the bank this year, I'm bringing Betty back. She's going to be with me every time. She's right down there hiding in the shadows. I could see her. That's the rod that got a bite earlier. She had a pretty good little whack on her, but uh, that's been it so far. I reeled in all the rods checked a while ago, and one of them there didn't have any bait on it, so the bait either washed off in the weeds and stuff floating by, or something hit it and got it. I don't know. Oh, well, we'll talk about some stupid stuff here too. Catch anything yet? No, Gimpy, I ain't caught nothing. I had one good bite a while ago, uh, on Black Betty, but like I said, to be honest, I wasn't really expecting to catch nothing tonight. I just wanted to come over here. It's a really nice night. There's a breeze blowing, but it's a warm breeze. It feels like somebody sitting there blowing a hairdryer on you. That is warm air hitting me right now. And I thought, boy, it'd be a beautiful, wonderful night just to go sit out there on the river, go live and just kind of hang out with some folks. And we'll just throw some rods out in the water for background scenery. And if they catch a fish, fine. If they don't, our main purpose tonight is just to hang out. And because we ain't got to do that on a Saturday night a long time. I used to do every Saturday night. I had the DSO and Friends fishing show every Saturday night. I did that for several years. And I kind of got away from it, and some other folks took over Saturday night. And I said, you know what? Well, I'm going to let them have it. I'm not going to try to be on there at the same time as them and, try to be competing nobody. I said, just let them have it. But I'm probably going to do a few more, quite a bit more Saturday nights this year. I'm going to get back into doing my Saturday night show if at all possible. We'll see how that goes. But I want to start doing some night fishing. You know, Unfortunately, I'm going to have to do it in a lot of spots like this where it's, like I said, real easy to get to. The problem with real easy to get to on a fishing bank is generally it's not a very good spot. But, we've caught fish here before, so I'm not saying it's the worst spot. You know, I would take this spot over fishing in the bathtub at the house. 100%. Oh, good Lord. Hold on now. That's probably just grass building up on that rod right there. It builds up and it just slowly starts going down like that. So there's a lot of grass out there. That's the rod that I've got out the furthest because it's the closest to me. So I throw it out there and it sweeps it downstream and doesn't get tangled up in these rods. Those rods there are thrown out just just out of the light right there. They're out there pretty shallow. They're not in deep water at all. So I'm not looking for them to just be like wearing the fish out because they're not out there where the fish are. But there may be one slide up in here. We'll see. Let's see here. Yeah, I'm going to go back because I know Josh said something stupid. I guarantee you. Let's see what he says. Lies. I caught my PB last week for at a real easy to get to spot. Yeah, but you know what? Look here. There's the town, dude. That's the town. There's a levee right there, and on the other side of the levee is this huge town. And that's why these spots are all cleared out like this right here. There's a lot of freaking people fishing, and the fact that there's a bunch of grass floating down the river is a big part of it too. GTS Outdoor Live. Hey, Daddy, how's it going? Let's see. What else can we talk about? This just stupid random stuff. Let's just pick a random subject. Okay. Oh, here's something right now. It's a public service announcement. It's about treating people, uh, well, not nice. Yeah, bear with me. This ain't that bad. And the reason I thought about it, I opened the door on my truck and a bunch of trash fell out of the passenger side. I had to pick it up and throw it back in there. There's trash in the floorboard of my truck, back seat, and all that stuff. And I know a lot of people, you got friends that's just like that. You get there and say, oh my God, clean this thing out. I'm that guy. But let me explain something to you while you're looking down on those people that got trash in their floorboards and in the back seat and such. Okay. Um, my my wife, she goes, you need to clean your truck out. Says that's just absolutely embarrassing. It's disgusting. Okay, hold on. Let's get our buddy up here. What's going on? What's going on, Puddin'? I can barely see you. What,
What's
what,
going
what?
on?
Charlie Brown's teacher. What do you got?
What's up?
Hey, how you doing? I'm in the middle of teaching these people a lesson. So just if you get a fish on, tell me to shut up. But okay, so you see somebody that's got trash all in the floorboard of their car, the back seat stuff. Your first reaction is to think, God, what a nasty person. And you look down on them. Well, you'd be wrong for that. And let me explain why. Okay. Because I got empty soda bottles and cheeseburger wrappers and stuff in there, and generally they'll stay there for a while. Unless, because the only person riding in my truck most of the time is me. Okay. But now, if I know somebody's going to get in the truck with me, like if I'm going and Richard Cluck's going to jump in me, I'll drag a 50-gallon trash bag out there and I'll clean that truck up. Yeah, you heard me right. I said a 50-gallon trash bag. My wife said, please don't let nobody get in the truck with all that trash in there. And I said, I don't. I cleaned it out when I know somebody's going to get in the truck. And the reason you shouldn't look down on them is because here's why. Because I got I was at work the other day, and I had to jump in the truck with one of my coworkers because we was going to take his personal vehicle and go to a job site to check something out. And I got in there, that truck, it was immaculate. It's clean, pretty. I mean, you could tell he vacuums the floors and dusts off the dash. Well, my wife does that to her car too. But anyways, you see that. Okay, you get in and say, oh my God, boy, you really keep your truck clean. We stopped and got something to eat. Had a soda, 32 ounce, you know, paper cup, whatever, plastic lid, straw, and had a cheeseburger. Well, I ate the cheeseburger, I drank the soda, and I wad that package up, okay, the hamburger wrapper and the soda cup, and I lay it down on the floorboard down there by my feet. He goes, He said, no. He said, I don't want no trash in my truck. I said, what are you doing? He said, throw it out the window. Throw it out the window. I said, you got it. So you know what? How many people are driving around with these clean, immaculate, perfect vehicles are throwing their damn trash out the window because they don't want it in their vehicle? You get where I'm going here now? That's why you better respect the guy that's got a floorboard full of trash because he ain't driving around littering up the whole damn country. We took a long way around that road. But see my point. If they've got a car full of trash, they are not throwing it out the window and littering on the streets. You get what I'm saying? So when you see somebody like that, don't let your first judgment be that they're a nasty person that don't, clean their vehicle. Because that same person is not throwing trash out on the street. If he was, he wouldn't have a car full of crap. See what I'm saying? So look at them from a different point of view. You know what I'm saying? Pick that out. Have you caught anything yet? Levi. You're kind of rattling on me there. I can't understand what you said. You might be talking. Is Jerry Parker out there somewhere? Okay, let me back up here because I just told all them stories and stuff. No, no, no. All right. See, I got a bunch of comments out of y'all coming now. I got to back all up. See this. Ba-da-da. Ba-da-da-da-da-da. Okay. Some all back. Eight. How far back did I go? All right. I went back far enough. There's Catfish Dog. What's up, Timbo? Good to see you, brother. That's another person that's my granddaughter Coda. She's a huge fan of Tim. She kind of just like just kind of clicked with Tim, well, back when she first saw him on YouTube, and she's always thought the world of him. But yeah, she still thinks a lot on Tim. She thinks he's a great guy. I said, Lord, what's wrong with these kids today? I'm kidding, Tim. Yeah, let's see. Catch fish plus is what's going on. That's my partners right there. We fished in a tournament together one time, and we thought we was gonna skunk, but we both went to work and pulled out a few fish at the end of it. We didn't win, but we didn't walk away without something. So they've been one of my favorite partners in tournaments for a while. I can see their rods on the camera, but it just still don't matter. I still gotta look. Just never know. Because 9 times out of 10, when I catch a fish, it's when I'm not looking. Yeah. Crappie Day fish on. Welcome in, welcome. There's 34 people in here tonight. And this is basically just a Riverside Hang Out. We want to come up in here on a Saturday night, kind of get the ball rolling because we're going to start doing some Saturday nights. We'll do them under way better conditions with way better fishing situations, and it's coming. This year, we're going to be hot on the bank on Saturday night. We're going to start doing our show again. We skipped the last year or so doing it. Like I said, I did Saturday night show for, I don't know, 3, 4 years, something like that, and then I kind of got away from it. Uh, I'm kind of wanting to get back into it. You know what I'm saying? So this is just kind of the icebreaker tonight. We just want to come out, hang out on the bank, uh, talk to people in chat, tell a few stories, whatever, and say hi to them and have them tell us, whatever they want to tell. Basically, it's like one of the talk shows, only we're doing it on the bank. You know what I'm saying? Levi, you got somebody there with you, or you just talking to yourself again? Jose, Terry,
Danny.
what's up, bud?
I was talking to Will Jet's son.
Oh, okay, yeah. Oh, is he out there with you?
He's leaving. He caught a 34-pounder right here at the boat ramp earlier.
Really? Nice.
Right here. Yeah,
Started
he
to drive
already had.
up there today, but I was like, man. The thing is, I'm coming up there next weekend. I'm coming up to Southern Illinois. I'm gonna fish with Josh. And I thought, do I really want to? Do I really want to go to Southern Illinois 2 weekends in a row? And I said,
Dunnigan was talking about coming up here in the morning.
huh?
Dunnigan was talking about coming up here in the morning.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I got to drive up there next week, so I'm probably not going to be driving up there this weekend. It just that's it's just I've been doing a lot of traveling lately, and I'm trying to kind of stay a little bit local and not be driving around so much. Been putting a lot of miles on the truck. Time to take a break.
A lot of good ones caught last weekend, though.
Yeah. Well, like I said, I'll be up that way next weekend, but I think I got to get in touch with Josh. I don't know if we're going to fish Crab Orchard or if we're going to fish Wren, but we're going to be on one of those lakes next Saturday. And I don't. Jerry Parker's trying to decide if he's going to fish it with his wife Marcia. I know Richard, Stephanie, they're fishing it, and a few other folks. Let's see here what.
Marcia and QJ was out here in their boat in front of the dam right now.
Oh, Jerry and Marcia, yeah, I know. He told me he was going to be out there tonight.
Yeah, Cujo's with them too.
Cujo's with him?
Yep.
Oh, okay. Yeah, because he's got the link. If say if want to come up, he said he didn't know if Marcia wanted to mess with being on live tonight, so we probably won't be seeing him. But
Yeah.
yeah, I talked to him earlier. Let's see, what did he say here? Let's see. Daddy, that's where some Cajuns rebuild their 20 horse test the
Just had a
bathtub.
good trip on the first ride. Now can you see me?
Oh, hell yeah, that's much better. Much better.
I just got my lights on and turning
Did you
it
got
on
wind
once.
blow, hey, you got any wind blowing up there?
It was trying to when I first got here, but it's calmed down.
Well, it's fixing to get worse. It's starting to pick up here and it's heading toward you. Yeah, the wind's blowing pretty good here right now. It's getting into it's starting to pick up quite a bit. So it'll probably be up there on you probably in the next hour or so.
We'll see what happens.
You know, but you're where you're at though. If you are you there by the boat ramp?
Yeah.
Okay, well you're going to be fine then, because the direction the wind's blowing out of, those trees down there off to your right side will pretty much block those all that wind coming in. So it's not going to affect you at all where you're at. Yeah, fishing Matt Rice, someone please translate. Well, you can't keep up with me, buddy. You can try. But if you have questions, just forget it because nobody's going to know.
Yeah,
You
I got
fishing?
set up about 7:15, and I've only had a few nibbles so far.
Yeah. I've had one stinking bite here. That's it. And reeled in one rod, the bait was gone. But there's a lot of grass still in the water here, a lot. But you know, it's worse on us right here than it is on you guys up there. I mean, you're only 2 hours up straight from me, a little more than 2 hours. But we got the Ohio River that's in between you and me. And right now, the Ohio is just dumping tons and tons of trash into the river right now. I mean, it's just ridiculous how much crap's in the water. Now, Richard Cluck and I got on the boat yesterday, and we went upstream from here. Uh, did pretty good yesterday. Pulled up to the first spot and threw the rods out, and within 5 minutes we had a double up. He had a rod that went down, and while I was watching him, I turned to look, and I had one bent over, pulling into the water. So we doubled up there. We sat there for a little bit longer, didn't get no bites, so we moved up to the next spot. Uh, I threw out my rod, and he threw out his. And I said, no more than I threw but mine out. Rod went down, and I went to grab it. And when I was picking it up out of the rod holder, looked over, and Richard's rod went down. So we doubled up again. And then we wound up pulling like 3 or 4 more fish in after that. We was only fishing for a couple hours. Caught 7 fish with 2 double ups. And they were averaging between 10 and 12 pounds. So they weren't monster huge fish, but man, we had a great day fishing together. Had the boat out on the water with no trouble, so that was just fantastic. We loved it. Had a great day.
That always makes for a good day.
Yep.
Had another one just thump that far right. I think the channel cats are up in here.
Yep. Fishing met Ryan Danny, you had a bite. Probably. Lisa
Probably.
Spain. Well, she's my PB buddy, and that's the best kind. Nobody fools with a buddy of mine. Old catfish catching, PB buddy of mine, Miss Lisa Swain. What's up, sis? Good to see you. What you doing? Turn the lights off so nobody can see you catch fish? What the hell's that? Get off there.
Well, you see me kick them on, then you know something's going on. So
Yeah.
I'm just trying to save my battery.
Oh, okay, I get you. I got pretty good setup here. This battery here, on this power pack that I got from Warren Farley, it's got 2 LED lights on it. It's got plugs, LED, uh, or it's got USB, cigarette lighter port, all that stuff, which that's wire coming off it going up to my Compex light. I had actually ran this thing with every light on and the Compex light and my phone plugged into it. I ran it for 3 days one time before I had to start charging it. It was getting a little low, but it wasn't dead.
I'm using a lawnmower battery for my light, my main light.
Yep, that there's got a lithium battery in it, so it's yeah, it's pretty light.
I'm gonna give it about 20 minutes. I'm gonna throw some big shad out on them.
Yep. Dude, that's all I've been catching them on the shad. I've got a bunch of skipjack that I'm gonna give to some buddies of mine because man, they just ain't freaking eating it, and I don't get it. I don't know what the deal is.
I think
Well,
the only good one I skipjack last year was about 14 pounds out here.
yeah. Yeah, Lisa said, Danny, I'm going live Tuesday night at 7 p.m. Eastern Time to confirm the teams I have. Well, you know me and Dunnigan are there, so just go ahead and keep that one locked in. That's a done deal. I thought I saw a raccoon climbing up in my truck out of the corner of my eye. I was like, what the hell? Oh, dang raccoon climbing in my truck. Yeah, Lisa, me and Donegan are 100% confirmed. He said, ooh, Lisa. Okay. They're saying hi. Again, saying hi. And we're Bob chat again. I'm going to check Black Betty, that furnace rod. That's the only rod that's had a really good hit on it tonight. He got slammed a while ago. I want to check, make sure that bait's still good, and see how much grass we got on the line. Let's just check that out. Well, my hearing aid's kind of buzzing on me. All right, let me check that rod. Well, it's not loaded down real bad, but you can see it's got some grass. It's because I moved these rods in closer to the bank. That kind of helps cut down on the grass. And that bait still looks pretty good. We're going to put a couple of slices. Oh, I'm hitting the dead gum complex light with the rod. I'm going to put a couple of slices in this to kind of let it put a little more scent out. There we go. Now, the way I do my shad, my whole shad, a lot of people will cut slices in it like that. I cut them long ways of the body, like that. I cut them like I take a knife and slice that way. Because when you cut it across this way, that fish will grab it and it'll break off a piece of that fish. But this way, I'm dripping blood all in my seat. If you cut it like that, it doesn't weaken the body of that fish. It still stays, it keeps its integrity. Okay. Had to cast that cotton picking thing 3 times. I can't see out there in the dark. I threw across my other line twice. My back starting to hurt a little bit. Oh man, that wind is ripping here. That wind's really picking up. We're gonna try to give it at least a couple hours tonight, anyway.
Yeah.
Um, if uh, if the river wasn't so messed up and this wind wasn't blowing, I actually considered staying out here all night. But there ain't no point in it. I'm gonna get up and go fishing tomorrow, so I don't stay out here all late and be all wore out. Boy, that wind is about to blow my complex light over. It's really blowing.
Bend it over, big boy.
What's up, Danny?
Hey, Josh, how you doing, buddy?
Good, how you doing?
I ain't seen you in a long time, man. It's good to see you.
Thank you. Yesterday was my birthday.
Nice. Well, happy late birthday to you.
Thank you.
Did you have a good time? They throw a party for you or anything?
Yes, sir. I got a
No.
new Shakes. I got a new Shakespeare Tiger catfishing combo.
Nice. I think I've got like 5 or 6 of those still. That was one of that's probably one of the first rods that I ever owned starting out catfishing. When I was seriously
Nice.
catfishing. Um, yeah, those are pretty good rods. They've caught a lot of catfish for me.
I got a 9 foot Shakespeare Tiger surf rod.
There you go. You had me at surf rod. You know I like the big old long fishing poles.
Yep. Hey, Mr. Zevko.
What up, buddy?
Yep. He's got a fish trying to bite on him right now.
They're
That's a
going back and
problem
forth on
which
the
I
first
had.
two.
Let's see. Back up. See what we missed. People saying hi.
Gotta
Thank
take
you.
them off.
You still biting on it?
They're going back and forth on these first two rods I got.
You probably got some little. It's probably 10 pounds or under out there playing with you.
Hey, I'd take that.
Oh, in a minute, man. I like catching them fish like that. They're feisty. They'll grab that rod and bend the crap out of it. Every one of them that
Oh
we
yeah.
caught yesterday, he was getting out there that fast current, man. You'd swear you had a 30, 40 pounder on. Then you get it to the boat, it'd be like 10, 12 pounds.
I'd be happy with the 10 or 12 right about now.
Yeah. And Lisa said she knows that me and Josh, Richard, Stephanie
What
Hope
size
said,
hooks you got, Danny?
do what? What's
What
that?
size hooks you got tonight?
I right now I'm running all the RCT Crimson
What
Red
size of
hooks.
hooks do you have on tonight?
Yeah, I'm running all Crimson Red, the A Crimson Reds from River Cats Tackle. It's on every rod. But they're the A wide gap hooks.
Yep. Nice.
But they'll catch anything from 2 pounds to 100. Yeah, I gotta kind of make me a
Come on.
game plan for tomorrow. I'm probably not going to fish the river. I don't know.
Might be on there.
Think you got him? Boy, it's really picking up.
Hey, Craig Burgess.
There's Kelly Bullock in the house, Mr. The Bullock Experience. What's up, Kelly? I haven't seen you in a while either. I've seen a lot of folks in here I ain't seen in a while. Oh, there's my buddy, Mr. Lyle Stokes. Uh, Lyle, I am actually fishing just upstream from the boat ramp at New Madrid at Cottonwood Park here in town. So, yeah, you fished all up in here before, too. Oh, hey, cops, I got run off the road by something trucker yesterday and sideswiped my mirror. Had some of the best state patrol, three of them and a county cop. And that was awesome. Good deal. Yeah, we got pretty good cops around here too. JTS Outdoors says happy birthday, Josh. I don't know if you saw that or not. Sad day in the fishing community today. We lost a good one. Uh, who'd we lose today? Did we lose somebody in the fishing community? I haven't heard nothing about it. I know Chuck Norris died. Hold on. Yeah, James. Oh my God. Yeah. I got some of his floats in the back of the truck. I don't know why my mind's off on that song. Yo, I was thinking who all passed away. It was Chuck Norris. It was James, Patriot James. Uh, yeah, yeah, that's a tough. I haven't seen him in a while. I think he's been dealing with some health issues for quite a bit. Yeah, I don't know why I got brain locked on that because I was trying to think. I know somebody passed away. Who was it? Who was it? Who was it? But yeah, uh, I actually did a couple shows with him in the past. And I remember the first time I ever was on a panel or whatever. No, I was in chat. He was doing a show with Lyle Stokes, and they were talking about the ghost floats. And Lyle held that ghost float up, and of course, if you know Lyle Stokes, he runs a green screen behind him. And when he held that ghost float up, it was green, and so you couldn't see it. And I got chat, and I said, I can't see the ghost floats. And boy, James thought I meant that I couldn't see them whenever he was using them. And boy, he got hot, boy. He goes, "What do you mean? You talking about my ghost floats? So you can't see them? They're out there with a bright light on them. There ain't no way you can't see them." I said, "No, no, no, no. I can't see them on Lyle's screen because he's got a green screen and it's a green float, so it's not showing up." And I had to message him and everything. Dude, I ain't mean that your ghost floats wasn't no good. I mean, I couldn't see it on Lyle's show. And yeah, he was like, it really bothered him. He thought I was saying they wasn't no good. I'm like, that's not what I'm saying. I said, I've got some of those ghost floats and they're freaking awesome, dude. But whenever Law held it up, it was a green float and he's running green screen. So I was like, I can't see the ghost floats. It said, I literally just talked to Donna on Thursday. Really? But yeah, James, I mean, boy, he was about to rip me a new one, man, because he thought I was talking smack. I was like, I can't see it. I had to, after your show was over with Law, I had to message him and said, dude, you took that out of context. That's not what I meant. He was like, I was ready to come through there and whoop your butt. I'm like, no, no, no. That is one of the biggest memories I have of James is when that happened. He was a guest on Law's show and he thought I was bad talking or smack talking his product. And I'm like, not at all. Not at all. I said, I've got them. I've used them. They work great. I love taking one of my favorite things to do with the Patriot James Ghost Float. Okay. I've got several spots on the river here where there's like a huge eddy, like a cove cut in on the river, and the water goes around in the eddy in a circle. And I'll have to fish with just one rod when I do this. because I'll put that ghost float on there and turn that light on and throw it out there and let it just drift around in that eddy in a circle. And you can watch that float go around and around and around until you see it go under. And they are perfect for conditions like that. That's absolutely one of my favorite ways to fish. If I just want to go out with one fishing pole, because in that situation, if you threw out two or three of them, they'd wind up going around and getting all tangled up. But you could take one rod with a ghost float on it and set that bait to whatever depth you want and throw it out there in that eddy. I'll tell you, this is a highly, highly, highly productive way of fishing with that ghost float. You can literally watch it float around out there in circles, caught in that eddy until you see it disappear. If you see that light go out, you better grab that rod because there's freaking fish on there. But yeah, um, that's going to be, I guess, somewhat my tribute to Patriot James is the memory that I have of him. You know, people a lot of times when people pass away, it pops in your head your most prevalent memory of that person. As soon as somebody tells you so and so passed away, every time the first thing you think of is, some situation where something happened, good, bad, indifferent, whatever. And whenever they messaged me today and told me that Patrick James had passed away, the first thing I thought is when he was a guest on Lost Oak Show, and he almost come up and whooped my ass. Yeah, but to me, it's a good memory, and I talked to him several times after that show, and we laughed about that so many times. He said, "Yeah," he said, "I'm about to tear your head off." I'm like, "I know." I was sitting there freaking out, man. I was a little scared. I said, "Man, I done made James mad." Well, I got slacking old Black Betty. I'm fixing to have to go. Said still have the original pink floats from James. I think I've got some of those in the truck too. I said I get an opportunity every now and then to use them, but most of the time I'm throwing three or four rods. And in the eddy like that, generally I'll do that with one rod because of the fact you don't want it going around and getting tangled up. But if you ever just want to go out, got to chill out at night, turn that little light on, throw that out there, and just sit there and watch that one rod going around. Now, if you're on a boat, sky's the limit. You can throw out a bunch of those cotton picking things. You can almost use them like planer boards behind the boat. You get on there and you like let one out and you let line out, you let it go way, way, way back. Then you put another one out and you let it go back not quite that far, and the next one not quite that far. And you got them just kind of lined up down through there with them little lights on. And when one goes down, boom, grab that rod, you get after it. I always like to put the longest one out on the left, the one in the middle, and the one closest to me on the right. That way I can see that float, and I can see literally which one is that. One's way back there, just went down. I know that's the left rod. And I can head over there and grab that left rod and get ready. Because a lot of times there's like slack in the line from that float moving around. I know the longest one away is on the left. The one in the middle between them is in the middle, and the one on the right is the one that's closest to me. That's how I do it. It's pretty simple, not complicated. Jose 803 Panfish. What is up, Jose? Jose used to send me pictures of catfish that he catches all the time. He uses them crimson red hooks. I think he sent me a couple pictures this year. I can't remember. I get a lot of emails and messages and stuff. And sometimes, I'm getting older and my memory's not as quite as sharp as it used to be. Well, that wind is blowing. I ain't kidding you. I'm guessing he didn't catch that fish. I see him down there feeling for it. And we lost Joseph, Josh. Come on, Danny. Let's see, lost Oak. Cindy and I drove all the way to North Carolina to help James do one of his veterans tournaments. Nice. That's going to be one regret I have in my life is I wish I'd have had the opportunity to fish one of James's tournaments. That's going to be the regret that I have. Well, we live for an hour and 5 minutes. I ain't late because I, I am late because I suck. No, you don't. There she is, y'all. My beautiful sister, Miss V, is in the house. What is going on, V?
Ivy.
Yeah, Jerry Parker's out there on the water somewhere in front of him.
You see that little light right past my rods?
Yep, that'd be Jerry Parker.
That's him.
Oh, Butterfly Sunshine in the house. What's up, sis? Where did I miss her at? Hold on, Lyle said something I missed too. Well, I missed some stuff here. Lyle stopped sitting out, drove away. Yeah. Okay, I read that. Then Butterfly Sunshine come in. Hey, sis, how you doing? Good to see you. Good to see you. We got 30 people in the house. We're probably gonna go for another hour, and I ain't give up all hope. We may catch a fish tonight. Boy, this wind's starting to get a little bit. It's starting to blow my complex line over. Yeah, it shouldn't bother you guys where you're at. You're because you got that row of trees down there to your south of you. If you're where I
Both
think
sides.
you are.
Got a row of
Okay,
trees.
so just start going back out there. Kind of hard. You can't walk without a rope. Yeah, I get it, Jose. But man, I'm here cheering for you, man. When you know when you go out there and you catch fish, I'm like, heck yeah. He sends me the pictures of them, and I'm like, man, get out of here. I ain't caught nothing all week. You gonna send me pictures of fish? Let's see here. Great Burgess AV. She said, I, of course, know he's there. Uh,
Of
Creek fishing
course,
is
if
getting ready
anybody
to heat up.
her,
Yeah, Kelly's going to get back into doing his creek fishing shows. If you've never seen those, but they're pretty cool, man. He gets out there, puts on the old hip waders, wades up down the creeks, catching panfish and stuff. It's pretty fun to watch. He goes out there and gets bluegill bass, greenies, and all that stuff. Just basically walking around in the creek catching fish. He says, "Come on now, we all know Jerry doesn't use lights on the water." You got that right, man. I got
he's
that
got
big 16 rod down there keeps dropping slack. I might have to see what's going on.
I can see them all clear as day from where I'm sitting right now.
Well, there's been a lot of times we've been out on the lake at Crab Orchard, and we had to be real careful because we didn't know where Parker was because he didn't have no lights on. You had to worry about if he's going to hit him or not.
I think he's upgraded his lights on his boat a little bit.
It's about time. Yeah, I'll get that slack out of that rod here in a minute. I'm not too worried about these fish balls right now. If I see one of them on screen that just bends over double, yeah, I'll get up and be excited. But right now, they're just background noise. Is Mike Irvin in here? Yeah, he is. What's up, Mike? Good to see you. Yeah, I'm not gonna stay out for a long time tonight because I've got to figure out what is gonna be my plan tomorrow. Fishing my normal spots on the river. I already know that's gonna be a no go because we still got quite a bit of trash in the water, like I said. So I've got to come up with a freaking game plan, and we're gonna do. If I can't go somewhere where I know I can catch fish, I'm not even gonna bother doing live tomorrow because it's just it aggravates me. Let's see. B says I got invited to fish North Carolina. I'm so excited. Another state off the list. Sweet. You get quite a few of them knocked off the list here lately, there, young lady. Been busy, kiddo. Brought the boat out today. Down to go over it, making sure everything's ready to go. Yep. You know, I had to go up to Branson a couple weeks ago. I was up there for 5 days on a business trip for work. And man, you just don't know how hard it was for me not to just go ahead and slide on up there, see old Lyle. It'd been a little bit out of the way, but you know, I was really, really tempted. But after being there for 5 days, I was ready to get home to my wife. So on the fifth day, when all of our business stuff was over, I jumped in the truck and man, I headed straight for home. Let's see, I got 4 hooks left, so I need more crimson red hooks. I know where you can get them. Let's see. V says Golden Whiskers helps meeting a lot of people. I like having Dockery on rather than Chadwick. Who said that? You like Dockery better than Chad? I don't know. I think they're both buttholes. I like them both the same. They're both good guys, man. I, you know, I can't say that I'd pick between them, to be honest with you. I have fished with Chad uh, on several occasions, or been within throwing distance of him, fished with him. I've never gotten to fish with James Dockery. Um, that would be one that's on the bucket list right there. Because I'm gonna have to zip up my jacket. The wind's starting to get a little bit nippy. But yeah, I would. Man, I would love to go fishing with James Dockery. And you know what? If I had to just like make my Make a Wish Foundation thing going for me or something, if I was going to fish with James Dockery, I'd almost insist that Lyle Stokes be there too, because I think that would be an absolute blast. I couldn't imagine how much fun it would be to go fishing with James Dockery and Lyle Stokes at the same time. Now that would be a good fishing trip. I don't care if you caught fish or not. You're going to have a blast. I would absolutely love for that to happen. Fish some of the waterfalls. Plant. I need to go tighten up that line on that rod. That's got a lot of slack. I gotta watch my step when I'm walking over there around them rods. Cause you see the edge of the bank right there? That's a 10-foot drop off straight down to the water. If I trip and go over that edge, I'm not coming back up. That's a long fall for me. Yeah, that's a drop off ledge right there. I'm fishing up on a ledge high on a hill, and I'm throwing out there into the water straight down. Yeah, you watch that first step because it's a doozy. Losses, let's make it happen. That's one of my dream trips, man. I want to fish with James Dockery and Lyle Stokes. Oh, what's going on there? That rod's vibrating like crazy, but I can tell by the way it's vibrating that there's a stick on it. I saw it out of the corner of my eye moving, but anytime it's got a real fast twitch to it like that, that's a stick on the line in the current. That's what causes that. I've seen people jump up, run, grab that rod, just start reeling like crazy. I'm like, dude, it's just a stick. And remember, Daddy, Lyle is a bass fisherman now. Yeah. Well, I'm gonna tell you what. Um, If I was to go fishing with Lyle Stokes and he said we're going after bass, I'm still going. I got some bass rods in the corner of the closet. I'd drag them out. I got boxes and boxes, tackle boxes in the storage unit that are just full of bass lures. We give them a lot of grief, but man, I had a lot of fun bass fishing in the days. Uh, hell, just last year, uh, I did a quick video where I just pulled off on the side of the road and I had some rods in the back of the truck and I had an old tackle box back there. And I dug out a little swim bait and threw it on one of them rods and went under that bridge and caught like 5 bass real quick. It kind of made me a little bit nostalgic to when I used to do that all the time. Got the old barge going by out there. Well, that right here, Nate, is giving me a fit. Well, since old Ethan ain't, I figured Ethan would be just like reeling in fish left and right, but they're not hammering them like I thought they would be. So that makes me feel at least a little bit better about, not catching much here. No, Danny, well, we'll either catch catfish or crappie. Do you have any crappie? Me and Richard Cluck tried to go crappie fishing. Was it last Sunday? I think. Yeah, and man, the wind was blowing. It was so freaking cold. We were absolutely miserable. But we went to a spot where some buddies of mine just been tearing the crappie up. But we had that severe weather change, in case y'all don't recall, where it went from springtime weather to back to wintertime. And we had planned on going crappie fishing all week long. And it just so happened on that day, it was just the worst possible conditions. Just shot us in the foot, man. That because we were like all pumped up. Oh, we know where there's some big crappie at, and we're gonna go get on them. And we wake up that morning and go, dude, this just sucks. We started not to even go, and we wound up going anyway. Didn't catch no crappie, so we went back home and dropped the boat off and drove over here to the river and threw cast nets and was catching a bunch of shad. So well, we salvaged the day like that. Uh, let's see. Well, when you in the same place, you'll know it won't be stream friendly. I was hoping that rod that I got thrown out the furthest might actually pick up one of them bigger catfish out there just off that channel. But there's so much grass out there, it's just sweeping the line right back toward the bank. You can't get it to stay out there long enough for it to do any good. This crap piles up on it, drags it back toward the shore. Yeah, Stacia, my wife, she asked me when I was loading up to come over here today. She goes, "Well, how late are you staying out?" I said, "Well, if the fishing's not good, I'm not going to be out there but a couple hours. If it's great, I may not be home till Sunday night." Because I got enough bait to last through the night, and I ain't that far from the spillway dam. It takes me about 4 minutes to drive over and throw the net and get more bait. So if we'd been catching fish tonight, it would have been on. I was prepared to stay the night. I got a lunchbox full of food, but unfortunately, the the fishing sucks right now. That being said, being Ethan, we're not like fired up. I can almost guarantee you that sometime either late tonight or tomorrow morning, Jerry Parker's gonna send me pictures of big catfish he caught tonight, and I'm gonna take it and put it in the file with all the rest of the pictures I got of Jerry Parker's big fish. let's see. Can you put up the link to the RCT store? I can't from here. I don't know. Lisa might be able to. Oh man, that is a sweet idea. I like the way you think. If they can get Mark, Danny, Lyle, and James Dockery, oh my God. That'd be like the four horsemen of the apocalypse, man. It probably cause a shift in the astral plane and the universe would go off kilter. If you put all four of us together at the same time, that would be insane. Now, I'm sitting there talking about how much fun it'd be to fish with James Dockery and Lyle at the same time. And you got to turn around and one up me by adding Mark to it. You absolutely one up that whole thing right there. I don't think we'd be able to go live or even record that because I don't think the average human could probably handle what would happen if you put the four of us together. It'd be like the insanity strapped to the front of a nuclear bomb. Yep. Let's see here. Yes, they did catch fish with us. Appreciate it. Appreciate it. Oh, that wind, I tell you what. Y'all can't see it, I don't guess. I don't know if I can just give you an idea of how windy it is. There you go. See that? Look at my belt. There we go. You see how far the wind's blowing? It's blowing them bait tails pretty hard. It's not a real cold wind. It's starting to get a little bit nippy. Every now and then, it's like just a little blast of warm air when it's kind of like Mother Nature farting on you. You know what I'm saying? It's like a little warm fart from Mother Nature, just right in your face. It's like, there you go. But then it's got a cold blast of air, then a little puff of warm air. See, got it on my home screen. Good deal, good deal. I just don't think these fish are going to move up into the shallow water tonight. Uh, like I said, Richard and I fished yesterday, and uh, every fish we caught was, I think the shallowest was like 36 feet, and but they were averaging around 48 to 50 foot deep. That's where we were catching them yesterday. Um, where I'm throwing these rods out close to shore right now, it might be 4 to 5 foot deep, if that's it. If you go out 50 yards from that, it drops off down to about 29 or 30, just straight out from me. And then you go out further, you got the main channel where all the barge traffic is and stuff. That's probably around the 50 foot one. Just in this area right here. Oh, no.
I can hear them all yapping away over there. And then I heard Cujo go, "Shut up, Parker."
That's empty. So we're gonna do what I was talking about a while ago. Put this in the. I'm gonna go throw it my floorboard just to make my wife mad. Go and put that back up. Well, I'm just about guessing that uh, Parker and them ain't hooked up on no big one, because if they did, you would have heard something.
Yeah, I can see them pretty good from where I'm sitting.
Well, the
There's
last
yapping
time
away right now.
the last time I fished where you're sitting right now, Parker was out there on the boat. I think he was with Will, and I knew it every time they caught a fish because there was a whole lot of hooping and hollering and hell raising. So when
Oh
Parker
yeah.
hooks on, you'll hear it. See, fishing with Jeff Bill. How you doing, buddy? Long time no see on him too. What's up, Stone? Any pole dancing going on? Not tonight, brother. Um, we've reeled in a lot of grass, a lot of trash. We just wanted to come over here and hang out on the river because, like I said, I'm gonna start doing it. I may not do every Saturday night, but I'm gonna start doing some more Saturday night shows like I used to. I didn't do hardly any last year, but the year before that, it was like for 3 years in a row, maybe four. I used to do a show every Saturday night through the summer. And summertime fishing out on the river at night, that used to be my man, that was my favorite thing. Because there's nothing cooler than be having those rods in the background with the light shining on them and see one up go down. Because you can actually see those rods better at night under the light than you can during the day. And when you get a big takedown on there, man, it's just, to me, it's just like the ultimate rush. You know what I mean? I don't foresee that happening tonight, though. It's not a great night for fishing, but I already planned on coming out here and kind of, just breaking the ice about. I'm gonna start doing some Saturday night shows. I'm probably not gonna do it to a point where you're gonna say, okay, every Saturday night, Danny Stone's out there. Uh, but I'm gonna do quite a few. We may skip a week every now and then. You know what I'm saying? But we're gonna get back into it. Uncle Lou, what is going on, man? Man, I am, dude. This is, you know what? I don't even care about no cotton picking fish. Uh, I've had several people pop up in the chat tonight that I haven't seen in chat or even communicated with for way too dang long, way too long. Um, man, that makes my night right there. I mean, you got Uncle Lou, Kelly Bullock, a bunch of other people popping up, Jose, Panfishing. Uh, it's been a long time since I've done a live stream that I've got to see them pop up in chat and hang out with me. And I'm actually, um, dude, I'm honored. I absolutely am. Uncle Lou, what the crap? You got to get absolutely one of my heroes right there. I don't get to see much of him anymore. But that just kind of encourages me even more right there. The fact of that, you know, um, because of the times, I've got it set up now where everybody pretty much knows that I'm generally set up to where I do a show every Sunday uh, at 11:30 Central Time, uh, a.m. Um, I'm there pretty consistently every Sunday. But coming out on a Saturday night, you'll get people in the chat or that'll pop up on panel with you and stuff. That's a whole different time frame. You know what I'm saying? And you get to see and reconnect with folks that you kind of miss that you hadn't seen in a long time. And I do miss, having them pop up in chat or popping up on panel. Um, y'all mean something special to me in your own way. You know what I mean? I'm hard pressed to find anybody that pops up in chat that I don't have a thought in my head about uh, some experience that we shared together or some kind of situation where, oh, I remember when this or that or whatever. That just about every one of them's got something. You're in my brain. And when I see one that I haven't seen in a long time, it just triggers something in me. You know what I'm saying? It does. It triggers me. I get triggered, but in a good way, not in a bad way. It makes my heart happy. Hey, Jeff Bill. I mean, Jeff popped in here tonight. I haven't got to hang out and have Jeff in the chat. Been a while. It's good to have Jeff in here. I think the last time that I saw or even did anything fishing related with Jeff, it was probably in a tournament last year. I think there was a couple tournaments was in that Jeff Bill might have been in. It might have been 2 years ago. I don't know, man. Time just slips by so fast. It's crazy. Just blink, man. And I know a couple of older guys in there can uh, can attest to what I'm saying. It seems like the older you get, the faster time goes by. It's just like you blink your eye. It's like my grandkids, uh, Coda. Uh, every time I see her, I'm like, who the hell are you? Because I just see this little bitty girl that used to run around the house with a football helmet on just to mess with me. She, her brother's hitting in her head with one of them Nerf bats, and she come running up and was like, "Hey, Paw Paw, I'm your catfish buddy," and blah blah blah. She was little bitty. Now, that gum, she's a grown woman. And I just blinked and that happened. I'm like, what the crap happened? Where'd that little bitty kid go that just like loved going fishing all the time? And she was all about, nobody gets on the boat without me and blah, blah, blah. But you will be seeing her again soon. Yes, you will. Coda will be going to Florida with me. It will be the last week of June and the first week of July. We are heading down to Big Lagoon State Park. It's near Johnson Beach, Pensacola, and all that stuff. We are making a trip down to Florida. Going to be doing some saltwater fishing for you guys. Maybe get Coda on another shark. Year before last is when she caught her first shark, and then last year she went on vacation with me down to Waveland, Mississippi. That's where we went vacation last year. And her and her brother Brantley, they absolutely fired it up. They got on a lot of black tip sharks. They caught several of them. Uh, I think we caught one bull shark. It wasn't a big one though. It wasn't very big at all. Uh, Might have been 2.5, 3 feet. It wasn't a huge shark at all. But yeah, she's looking forward to that. We're going to be doing a show. We'll be down there for. It's the last 2 days of June and the first 3 days of July. We're getting the hell out of there before July 4th. I'll tell you that right now. I do not want to be in Florida on July 4th, especially this year, the 250th anniversary of the country. It's going to get wild down there, and I'm going to take my butt and get away from the wild before it happens. You know what I'm saying? But we'll be down there for 5 days fishing, and we'll probably be live every day, catching sharks and whatever else saltwater species we can catch. So you guys be looking forward to that. First week of the last 2 days of June and the first 3 days of July. We'll be down there doing that for you guys. It's going to be a blast. It's going to be a blast. Well, let me see here. These, okay, I'm old and bedtime. Bedtime? What is it, like 9 something? 9:30? Girl, come on. Have a great night. Danny and Ethan catch PB. I ain't gonna catch no PB tonight because that ain't gonna happen. This what Jeff does. Jeff said, I hear you, Stone. Last year fishing was a minimum. Yeah, I thought so. Unlike the previous year, I was out and about. I'll try to step it up myself a bit more as the weekend warrior. Nice. Man, I'm just getting so much. You know what? It's been a great live stream. Reconnecting with people, uh, kind of getting the fire lit under a few folks. Jeff's going to get back out there. We miss seeing him. Uh, he's going to take care of that. I got faith in him. He's going to get out there and start doing more this year. It's 10:44 p.m. Yeah, but I'm Central Time. So I started this around 8. It's been an hour and a half. So yeah, it'd be 9 something here, I believe. Catfish Cowboy, what's going on, brother? Good to see you. We're gonna go for another. I've been alive for an hour and 36 minutes. So Ethan, I'm gonna do about another 24 minutes. I'm gonna pack this up. I'm gonna go home, get some rest. I'll be back out here tomorrow somewhere, somehow, some way. We're gonna find a spot where we can catch some fish. I'm just so dang tempted to drive up there where you guys are, but if the bite ain't no better up there than it is down here, basically just be me coming up there to say hi to y'all and not catch fish. We got a couple of out of the way spots that might not be on the Mississippi River that we can go check out tomorrow. We'll try to get on something. I may go south to Uncle Lou and Lyle Stokes' favorite spot. It's called Caruthersville, Missouri, or in their place, the hell part of Missouri. they they hate that place. Caruthersville is hell on earth. I said, well, you know what? I may just head down there tomorrow. We'll go down to Caruthersville, see if we can't get on some fish down there. We'll see what happens. Daddy, I know what you mean. They grow up so fast. My youngest grandkids are 21. Glad to see them make their own mark. Absolutely. Well, right now, that's not a solid plan, but that's what just popped in my head. We may head south, go down Interstate 55 and head on down to Caruthersville, Missouri. Pop in down there. There's a couple of places down there that I know we can get out of the trash and the stuff floating in the water. There's a couple of boat club chutes up in there that's tributaries that go up into the off the Mississippi, and that may be the key that we're looking for. And we'll head down there tomorrow. That's right now. That's the plan I'm going with until I come up with something better. So I'll definitely get up tomorrow. Get up early. I may shoot over here, catch a few fresh shad. I got the ones I got right now. They're on ice, so they would be perfectly fine. But I'd like to catch some. Anytime I go fishing, if I've got some I caught the day before and I got them on ice, those are fine. They'll work perfect. But if I can grab some, right before I go fishing, that's even better to me. Yeah, when I cut them up, put them on the hook, I wanted them to be flopping 15 minutes before that. You know what I'm saying? That's the best case scenario. Yeah. Yeah, Uncle Lou says the hottest place on earth. You're nuts if you go there. Well, now I really want to go. Lost Stokes and Uncle Lou know what I'm talking about. When I said I'm going to Caruthersville, they know where I'm talking about. They hate that place. I may do that tomorrow. That's going to be another incentive for me right there. I'm gonna go to Caruthersville and make a tribute show to Lost Stokes and Uncle Lou. Danny Stone goes to Caruthersville because I know they're just going to enjoy the hell out of that. It just makes me want to go more. Uh, Danny, is that Black Betty out there? Yes, sir. Way out there. She's right there. You can't hardly see her in the dark, but she's out there. Yep, that's my I'm going back to my old ways on a lot of stuff. Of course, we got all of our ancient mariner stuff out here and our River Cats tackle stuff. Black Betty has a River Cats tackle hook on her. We're staying loyal to our brand. But you know what? I'm loyal to Black Betty too. And all my sponsors and stuff like that, they have no problem with that. They don't care. I've got my 16-foot rod. That is my favorite rod of all time. And I kind of put her in the back corner over the past year. Well, we're done with that. Okay. Betty's not in the corner no more. If you see me on the bank, 99% of the time, 99.99, If I'm on the bank this year, Betty's gonna be with me. So you guys gonna get to see that big 16-foot rod uh, fighting them catfish. It is a sight to see, I promise you. It is absolutely just mind blowing to even when you catch smaller blue cats and channel cats on that rod. It's just so cool to watch that big, huge rod drilling those fish in it. There's just something about it. And of course, you know, she'll be at Florida because she's going after sharks in Florida. That's right. Betty is a shark rod, too. Let's see here. I'm sweating thinking about that place. Thought I was going to die down there. Well, it's probably not too bad right now, Lee. I mean, it's going to get there quick, though. There's something about what he's talking about. Caruthersville, I'm just off of Interstate 55 in southeast Missouri right now. It's just like I can see the interstate from where I'm at. But if you go about 35 minutes south of here, down Interstate 55, you will be in Caruthersville, Missouri. The weird thing about freaking Caruthersville, if it's 100 degrees here at New Madrid, 30 miles south, it's 110 down there. Don't know why, but it is freaking hot down there for some reason. And it's just, I mean, and if you go past Caruthersville, it cools off. It's like that town is built on the portal to hell or something. I don't know what the deal is. It's like if there's ever an earthquake, hell is coming up in Caruthersville. That's where the door will open and Satan and the demons will come crawling out. Is in that city. I'm telling you. You cannot convince me it's not too bad. Not even now. I know. Uh, that town has changed a lot in the last 30 years. Bad, you know, the towns eat up with crime and corruption and I won't go down there. I'm just being honest with y'all. There's so many meth heads and crackheads down there. You won't catch me on that river without at least two sidearms on me. I'm telling you. It ain't happening. You know, some of y'all might not like that, and that's fine. I respect your opinion. But I ain't dying just without putting up a fight. I'm going to tell you that right now. You come creeping up on me looking for an easy target, you're going to be severely disappointed. It's not going to happen. Uh, Law's worse than Grand Porch. Yeah. Yeah. Now, I'll tell you right now, you got two of the older guys in the catfish community that everybody respects and knows that they know what they're talking about. And so when I mention that city, and you got Law and Lee Reed, you got Uncle Lou, and you got them sitting there saying, to hell with that place. I'm like, there you go. I got to go now. I got to. So tomorrow, you guys, I'll get up early and I'll get packed up and I'm going to head south. I'm going to Caruthersville, and that's where we'll be fishing tomorrow. Lyle Stokes and Uncle Lou come in here and just absolutely chiseled it in stone. It's something I got to do now. It's not an option. We'll go down there to Suck East, Missouri. that place is awful, man. I'll tell you what. Me and Richard Cluck, it was, I think last month, we went down there with the boat and put in there. Holy crap, the two barges just run into each other. There's a racket out there. It didn't sound good. Or he's throwed that thing in reverse or something. I don't know. I heard gears crunching. But anyways, I digress. Richard and I went down there. I think it was last month. And the part that we hated, it'd been a while since we'd been there, but we could not park anywhere on that river in Spotlock to fish and look around. I don't care where you looked in any direction. There were commercial nets as far as you could see on both sides of the river. I mean, every direction. There were commercial nets everywhere. And I'm like, you've got to be kidding me, man. I know. Them guys trying to make a living, pay their bills and stuff, but it just it hits a nerve on me, you know. And I'm not going to get into the big debate on this. We're not doing that. But I mean, when you got wing dams that you used to pull up there and fish on, but you can't no more because they're covered with freaking nets, and you got to search to even find a spot. When you used to have hundreds of spots to fish, but now they're blocked off. They got them buoys going across there with them nets. You can't even get in there to fish. It's a little bit aggravating. I'm just telling you. And yeah, I know you're trying to make a living. You got that argument and all that. Good for you. But you know what? I like to enjoy my part of the river too. I like to be able to do the things I've always been able to do, and that's to go down there in any spot that I want to go fishing. I can't do that now because you blocked me out of that. Basically, you've taken that piece of river and say it's yours. That's one of the things that just kind of pisses me off about it. You know what I'm saying? When you start blocking out the average fisherman who just wants to go out there and fish and have a good time, now you can't because there's freaking nets run everywhere. You can tell it touches the nerve. Can you tell it? uh, let's see here. Let's see if I pissed anybody else off. Uh, back up, back up. Yes, that. Uncle Lucy DSO, well done. You'd have to be one to live there. Yeah, that's true. And I know what you're talking about. Also, if there's some good fish there, if you can fight off the skeeters, that's another thing. There seems like the mosquitoes are worse there than they are here. Right now, mosquitoes are not an issue. The nights are still cool enough that it's not a problem. And daytime down there, it's just too damn hot. Mosquitoes don't come out. The mosquitoes don't like that heat either. They're like, oh man, I'm finding some pile of grass or some leaves or something to get under and try to stay in the shade. And he said, I'll pray for you tonight. Well, brother, I appreciate that. But I am going down there tomorrow just because of you and Lost Oak. So if anything happens to me, you say, well, he shouldn't have talked to Uncle Lou. but he's on here telling everybody basically, don't go, don't go. So he's covered. You know what I'm saying? He said, I told that boy not to go down there. I told him not to go down there. Oh, that's like Columbia, South Carolina. It's always 10 to 15 degrees hotter in the summertime. Yeah.
Hey, we might got some action.
Okay. I hope you do, man, because we need to reel in at least one dang fish on this show. We got about
I got,
11 minutes to go, and I'm going to get out of here.
we got a big old fat creek chub on this far right ride, and it was just starting to bend over.
Okay. Is that a pink rod holder on the left side, or is that purple?
It's the real seed.
It's purple or pink?
It's the real seed. It's yellow and purple.
That's pink. Looks pink to me.
It's the real
That's
seed.
going to be the
on
rod that
rise.
catches the fish.
It's the far right one getting it right.
And you see you got creek chub on it?
A big one.
Yeah. Well, you got about 10 minutes, buddy.
I'm waiting to see if he can pull it over or not.
What's he doing? Just like pecking at it?
He started down and then kind of pecked at it a few times and stopped again.
Okay. Well, come on, everybody. Put all your big fish energy in toward that rod right there. We got to try to see if we can get at least one fish on this show tonight. But if we don't, it's okay because we got to reconnect with some amazing friends tonight. Man, I'll tell you what, I'm tickled to death. Dadgummit, man. I'll tell you what. There's been.
Yeah, Dunnigan was talking about coming up this way in the morning.
Yeah. Well, I'd have to go north to where you guys are, but I'm heading south tomorrow.
Yeah.
It'll take me right about an hour to get down there to where I'm going. If I come up to where you guys are, it's 2 hours and 18 minutes drive.
It's about an hour and 20 for me to come here.
Really? I didn't realize it was that far for you.
Anytime I want to fish on the Mississippi, it's hour plus drive.
You know? Well, you fish down there around Chester a lot too, don't you?
Yeah, that's on the way out here for me.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying. Hoity, hoity, ho. It's almost time to go. Yep, I think I've given these fish more than a fair chance to try to eat some shad tonight, and they just don't want them. Well, that wasn't caught picking hearing aid. It's just screaming in my ear. It's buzzing. Ugh. It's almost like having a blowfly or a mosquito in your ears nonstop. It keeps back feeding for some reason. And I ain't got it Bluetooth to the phone, so I don't know what's going on with it. Oh, there's a warm breeze. All right, Ethan. Come on, man. 7 more minutes. You can do it. You got this. Hardest thing I got to do tonight, because like I said, the truck's right there. It's easy to get to. I can load this gear up and get out of here. But I will, even though these batteries are fully charged, I'll still put them on the charger just for the heck of it. I won't need them tomorrow. We're going to be daytime fishing. Hey, you going to try to get into that Dock Demon tournament? Ethan,
Uh, give
you
me
need,
some info on it.
huh?
I said, give me some info on it.
Well, man, Lisa's been talking about it for 3 months. You don't know? Parker's going to be in it.
I've heard you guys mention it a couple times, but that's about it.
Well, now that I think about it, there really ain't no point in you getting in it because me and Josh Dunnigan's going to be fishing together on his boat. So if if we can get on the fish like we did last year and year 4, because I'm just going to take 2 rods with me. I got 2 dock demons. As a matter of fact, they're in the back window, the back glass of the truck. That's where they stay at. I think I'm gonna throw me about a 4 or 5/0 hook on there, and see if we can't get into some of them 13-pound plus channel cats. I think it's the heaviest weight top 3 fish, but you can put whatever line you want on those rods. I'm gonna go ahead and go with the 2 pound because I like to make it interesting. I'm gonna leave that 2 pound test on there. I want to make it as challenging and as fun as possible. I know a lot of folks are going with some braid on there and stuff and going 10, 20, 30 pound braid on a Dock Demon rod. You'll break that rod. If you get on a fish big enough that you need that kind of line, you're going to snap that little big old toy rod in half. You better have that drag set to where a mosquito can pull it. Uncle Lou, well, safe travels home. Well, Lou, I'll be live tomorrow. I think I'm gonna try to go my regular scheduled time. It'll be 11:30 a.m. tomorrow. If I think I can get over here, catch some bait, and jump out on Interstate 55 and head south. If I can do that in that amount of time, uh, I'm gonna go live on my regular time at 11:30. At the very least, you can check in on me and see how I'm doing down there in Crothersville. I'd be tickled pink just to see you. Ethan, you got 3.5 minutes, buddy.
Trying to pull it down.
I know you are. I know you are.
No, the fish is trying to pull it now.
Well, if you think he's getting super close, we may give you just a little bit more time.
If you keep just pulling it down, I'd run over there and reel down on him.
Yeah. And Jeff says, I miss fishing in the YouTube tournaments, those fun YouTube tournaments. I suppose we should.
Now
I
do
can't.
this middle one.
So you got to bounce back and forth between the rods. Generally, that's either small blues or channel cat that just like skip around rod to rod to rod.
Last 3 of them just got hit. But we want this far right one to go down. That's the big old chub on it.
Yeah. Yeah, them gar hadn't started moving up in there yet, have they?
We caught 3 or 4 in the cast net over in the creek on the other side where Parker's anchored up right now.
Yeah. Well,
Bend
I
it
know
over. Come on.
sometimes there's no point in even fishing there because that spot just gets overrun with gar.
Yeah. We got a bit before it happens. They're going back and forth on these par 2 right rides right now.
So I'm gonna go ahead and put this bait cooler in the truck. I don't need it for more tonight. Oh. Oh. All right, buddy. I'm fixing to call it and get on out of here and go home. And like I said, I brought a bunch of beef jerky and stuff with me in case I stayed all night. But I'm gonna go home and see what the wife cooked for supper. I'm gonna be reheating some leftovers. You got anything you want to say before we get out of here?
Nah, as always, it's fun. Give it out like we always do.
All right. Well, brother, I'll be live tomorrow. I'm gonna try to make it at 11:30, my normal time. And I'll send you the link when I get it all set up. If you're out and about and you want to hop up, you can. But
All right.
with that being said, I'm going to pack it up, get out of here. We'll see you guys tomorrow following stand day. Stand day in the morning. Right after that, I'm going to try to get on there on time and get it set up. and we'll be coming to you live from Crothersville, Missouri. You know, I ain't thought about it, and I hope I got phone signal down there. If I get this live set up and I ain't there on time and I don't show up, that means I didn't have phone signal. But I think we'll be okay. We'll see. I think I've shot live streams there before, so I'm pretty sure we'll be all right. But been a fantastic night for me. Coming out here hanging out on the river nighttime. I ain't got to do that in a long time, and I've really missed it. It felt good just being out here. And what felt even better was reconnecting with a lot of my friends tonight that I haven't seen because of the time frame that I usually do my show is not conducive with them being there like they were. They were always there on Saturday night for me, and me to just pop up out of the blue and do this tonight, and for them to show up means a lot to me. It means a lot to me. You have no idea. And the reason it means a lot to me is you know why. Because you're my brothers, you're my sisters, you're my catfish family. God bless each and every one of you, because you know that Danny Stone loves you. And we'll see you guys again real soon, like tomorrow morning at Crothersville, Missouri. We're going to be coming to you live from hell on earth. God bless y'all. We'll see you later. Thank you for being here. Bye.